Master your limitations and achieve your goals, a proven system to set a vision for your life from Level Up Stronger. Everyone dreams from a very young age about what their life could be. But what made you forget that you thought you could fly? What's holding you back from achieving your dreams? I'd hazard a guess that along the way, adulthood, responsibilities, obligations, bills, and life happened, and you found yourself selling or putting off your dreams. I totally understand because I found myself in the same exact never ending loop of obligations and responsibilities. And I'll get to it next year. Sound familiar? Did you struggle throughout your childhood and dream of an easier life? I know I did. I got lucky, and my parents were amazingly good people. But I knew I was destined to do more with my life. Were you an ambitious kid who wanted more? Know that you're destined to be successful? Have dreams? Want more than an adulthood of uncertainty? If you bought this course, you know what I'm talking about. Your current life just isn't quite what you thought it was going to be. Where's that great paying job that they all made you plan for in school? Where's that beautiful house and the vacations to some exotic island every year? Raise your hand if you have thought more than once in the last year, adulting is stupid. Hi, I'm Tiffany Letterly. I'm really excited that you chose to go on this journey with me. My most fervent hope is that I can help you speed up the progress. Did you hit a plateau on your way to achieving your dreams? I certainly did. Just 12 short years ago, I was barely making ends meet in a dead-end job with more month than money at the end. I was lost in more ways than one. My mother had just died, my startup business tanked, I quit college, and I didn't know where to go from there. My vision of the future and the reality of where I was sitting didn't match. And I realized the unfortunate adult life lesson that no one is coming to save you. But I knew beyond the shadow of a doubt that I was meant to succeed beyond the dead end I was sitting at. So I made a commitment to do whatever was necessary to claw my way out of that existence. The last 12 years have been tough, and I've learned a tremendous amount of things, both what to do and not to do. Today, I'm the COO of a multi-million-dollar company with 200 employees. I learned along the way that in order to make lasting change, you need these 4 things. You need a compelling vision of where you're going to be. You need to condense it down into must-do, non-negotiable achievements. You need to plan out manageable steps to achieve your goals and celebrate your progress. And by far, the most important thing that I've learned over the years is that my life is within my control. I can decide how I want to live it, who I want to be, and all I must do is put one step in front of the other to make my dreams a reality. I've taken everything I've learned over the last 12 years on creating a successful vision for my life, and I've rolled it all up into this course so that you too can achieve a successful outcome, living the life you've always wanted. In Module 1, we're going to take a deep dive into what your dreams are and how you can get clear on the vision for your future. In Module 2, we'll go over strategies to find and improve your mindset, because how you arrive daily in your life and your mindset will absolutely determine your success. In Module 3, we'll take that vision and that mindset and we'll harness it so that you can steer where you're going and how fast you get there. And finally, in Module 4, it's very important to track your progress and celebrate your wins along the way. Now, if you bought this class hoping for a fairy godmother with a magic wand who would make all your dreams come true without any work or effort on your part, you're in the wrong class. Fairy tale creation is led by a completely different teacher. I too am a work in progress, and I too am working on achieving my dreams daily. This is going to take work. You are going to have to get really clear on what you want your future vision to look like. And you are going to have to put in the effort to get there. But I'm here to help you streamline the process. Don't forget to print out the worksheets that accompany this module. You did not wake up today to be mediocre in your own life. You have to take charge because no one else is going to do it for you. Thank you for joining me on your unstoppable journey to your future. In order to smash through your limitations and achieve your goals, you need a clear end goal that's compelling. With a clear vision, you're able to gauge where you are in your life path. Whether you're just starting out, midway through, or in the final stretch, you can always work to improve. Whether you're just starting out, midway through, or in the final stretch, you can always work to improve your life. It's never too late. When I hit a plateau 2 years ago, I went on a quest to figure out how to speed up the process because the last thing that I wanted was for the next major goals I had to take another 12 years. Why did it take me 12 years in the first place? Because I lacked guidance and techniques for getting to where I wanted to be. And now that I found that, I'm giving you the same thing I learned to speed up the process and track your progress towards accomplishing your dream goals. I want you to do something with me. I want you to close your eyes. Come on, just do it. I give you permission to daydream. Close your eyes and imagine your future. What it looks like if everything exactly matching your expectations 10 years from now happened. You're 10 years older, you're 10 years wiser, and you're 10 years more accomplished than you are today. Imagine that you're standing in the middle of a room with only one door. And I want you to walk through that door, and you're 10 years in the future. And every one of your dreams has come true. What do you look like? See yourself 10 years from now. Where do you live? Walk through the front door of your future home. Who's with you in that home? What are your relationships with those people like? What career do you have? How do you feel? See yourself achieving your dreams. See yourself 10 years from now, accomplishing everything that you've ever set out to accomplish. See how wonderful and exciting your life is. Look hard and see the amazing things that you have accomplished in the last 10 years. Your future is amazingly bright, and you have arrived. You have accomplished all of your dreams. Your life is exactly what you desire it to be. Nobody can stop you. Now I want you to think about one really compelling dream that you have. I want you to see yourself in it, achieving it, receiving the reward of having been successful accomplishing it. I want you to see your face, to feel how you would have felt in that moment. Do you have it? Can you see it? It's right there. Right there. You've achieved everything that you ever dreamed, everything that you've ever wanted, and it's right there. Step into it. Own it. Okay, now open your eyes. You can still feel it, right? All of those things that the future you had, that the future you accomplished, it felt good, didn't it? All those things that made the future you ecstatically happy with where you were in life. I want you to take out handout number 1, and I want you to write out a list on the left-hand side of all of those things that you had achieved as future you. Leave the right side blank for now so that we can add some notes later. Go ahead, pause the training and do that before you forget. Okay, you should have your list. Now that you have your vision, let's flesh it out further. Determine the vision of your future. You need clear end goals that are compelling. With a clear vision, you're able to gauge where you are in your life path. The clearer the detail, the more compelling the vision becomes. The clearer the detail, the more compelling the vision becomes. So here's some examples. Maybe in my vision, I wrote, in the future, I'm fit and healthy, something we all aspire to. But I'm fit and healthy, that's really hard to quantify. So maybe if I add some detail in, it looks something like this. My body is toned, I weigh 150 pounds, I exercise daily, and I only eat healthy, natural, organic foods. Those are quantifiable, measurable details. Maybe my vision for the future is I'm living in a big, beautiful home. Well, that's great. Where are you living? What does it look like? Is there a specific style or zip code? So maybe I'm living in zip code 55555. My 6-bedroom mansion overlooks a lake with a huge deck, and I sip wine on the veranda every evening. Again, very clear, measurable goals. My goal is to move to a specific location. I want a specific size home. I need a lake. I need a deck so I can sip my wine on the veranda every evening. I'm married and have a beautiful family. That's great to aspire to, but what does a beautiful family look like? I'm married to my soulmate who loves my quirkiness, is honest, loving, helps provide for our family, and we have 2 children and take them on 2 vacations each year. So those are quantifiable goals. Maybe your goal is, I want to be financially comfortable. That's a very good goal, but financially comfortable is different for each person. Somebody might quantify a measurable financially comfortable to be, millions in the bank, and somebody else might, quantify financially comfortable as having a certain salary, right? So maybe it should look like, or could look like this. I have grown my career to make $100,000 a year. I have 6 months worth of reserve in the bank, and I'm maxing out my 401k and investing. Those are all quantifiable numbers that we can now measure to figure out if we are successful in our goals or not. Now pause the recording and take a couple minutes to put in some compelling measurable details on your list. Add them to the right-hand side of the column. Make sure that you write out these statements in present tense. You're already there. You've already arrived in your future. Why is visualization and detail necessary? Your brain is constantly processing information. Whether a perceived threat, a placebo effect, or imagination, the brain is a powerful tool that can help you create and find solutions to solve problems. Visualization helps you connect to the future potential, and putting yourself into that compelling future helps your brain to see the solutions to make that future a reality. Imagination can help you find solutions that can be considered unexpected by your brain, but your imagination can create scenarios and solve problems in the most effective way. So if your brain does all of that, why could it not help you to reach the vision for your future? So now that you have a very clear and compelling vision for your future, why do you want that future? What about the future is most important to you? What is your why? As I mentioned earlier, I am not a fairy godmother and I do not have a crystal ball. I can't predict what will actually happen to you. In all probability, you will likely encounter some obstacles along the way to achieving your goals. I mean, think about it. No one's life is perfect. Everyone has peaks and valleys they go through. But here's what I do know. It's not enough to just dream of that future. At the center of it, you need to know why you want that future. It's important because understanding in your gut why you're willing to slog through the hard times to get to the good helps keep you grounded. It's the inspiration that moves you forward. You don't need willpower to lose weight. You need a really good why. You don't need luck to get to a bigger paycheck. You need a compelling why moving you toward improving your skills. Your why is the driving force that's going to move you forward. Most people, when you ask them what their why is, the reasons for being, the thing that really drives them, what they start giving you is all of the reasons what instead. Pull out worksheet number 2, the 7 levels deep exercise. Looks a little bit like this. This exercise is designed to help you get to the heart of your why, your reason for being, what really drives you to accomplish anything in life. We start with one simple question: what's most important to you? And with each following question, we ask ourselves why the answer we wrote in the level before us is important. Be honest with yourself. Don't hold anything back. No one is going to see this but you. So let's dig in and get started. Here's an example of how I got to my why. What is most important about being successful? I want the comfort that success brings with it, not having to worry about lack of money and being able to do and experience life, and security. So why is it important for me to be comfortable? I didn't feel like I was in control over my circumstances growing up because there was a lot of uncertainty because of financial and medical concerns with my parents. So why is it important for me to be in control? If I'm leading, then I'm directing where my life is going, and I can make of it what I want. Why is it important for me to be directing where I want to go? Because I don't want to be afraid of what the future holds. I don't want to be worried about money, and I don't want to struggle like I saw my parents do. Why is it important for me to not struggle financially? I don't want my life to be ruled by fear. There was constant fear in childhood, and I don't want financial fear to permeate the future generations of my family. Why is it important to not live in fear? Fear robs you of joy and experiences, and it locks you out of the ability to achieve great things in life. Fear prevents you from reaching for the future in an anything is possible way. And level 7, why is it important for you to have joy and achieve great things and experience life? I do not want to get to the end of my life and have regrets, to realize that I didn't make an impact on anyone, leave a legacy, and that no one will remember I was even here. That is my why. I know this can be a lot to take in. Go sit somewhere quiet without distractions and really think through the 7 levels. I know this can be a lot to take in. Go sit somewhere quiet without distractions and really think through the 7 levels to find what your whys are. It might not take you 7. It might take you more than 7. You might have to do 6 drafts of this if you're not really digging in. And fair warning, this process can be emotional. I firmly believe that you'll know you found it when the thing that you arrives at brings you to tears. Pause and go find your why. Now that you have that, how are you feeling? This is the emotional roller coaster of the section, figuring out what you want and why. And then I'll show you how to go and get it. I want you to close your eyes for a minute and really think about that future versus now. How much of a difference is there? How do you feel about where your life is right now? Now that you know what your why is, how much more important is it that you reach your future? When you get to the end of your life, are you going to be happy if you didn't make changes and make progress to achieve your goals? The reason you're unhappy with things now is because your life condition does not equal your vision plan. You know what your vision plan looks like. Fall in love with your future so you would do anything to achieve it. So much so that no person, circumstance, or thing could separate you from what you want to achieve. No matter how many times you fall down, get behind, get off track, you see your future and you know your why. And that gives you the power to start over and keep going. Fall in love with your future so much that if inevitably you stumble along the way, that you pick yourself back up, analyze what got you off track, and overcome it. Now let's go create a plan for fixing your life conditions.